You know what? Sometimes when you least expect it and when you're not looking, the treasures just find you. Hi everybody, it's Janine over at SLOHappyVintage, and I have a quick video today, a little bit of repair, and also just an encouragement to everybody who's out looking for vintage jewelry, either to collect or to resell, to keep looking. You never know when you're going to come across some things. And for instance, I was not looking for anything. And I came across a couple of really special things that I wanted to share with you, and they kind of deserve their own video. So this is it. One of them needs some repair, and I'm going to do some repair at the end of this video with that piece. And the other one is this little guy. So I did a short video regarding him. And I was not planning on going thrifting. I just had some errands to run. And there's a thrift store that I go into that is usually pretty high priced. But I figured, you know what, I'm here, I may as well. And they have a whole Christmas display. And I just love Christmas. So it's a little early, but I like to go in there and take a look at the Christmas loveliness. But anyway, I spied him from across the room. And I immediately knew who the designer was because I do have some pieces, not jewelry, but little like candle holders and salt and pepper shakers and things with this designer. This is Holt Howard, and this piece is marked 1959. He's just got, I collect certain types of Santas. They have to be whimsical. They have to be, they just have a certain look to them, just like this guy. So anyway, I saw him across the room and I immediately thought, gotta get him. So I picked him up and flipped him over, and sure enough, it said Holt Howard on it, and I brought him home. He was just $4. And I have never seen the brooch before, but there are a couple of the bracelets, just two, I think, for sale on eBay. That's the only place I've ever seen them, and I think they want close to $400 for them. So this guy, I don't think is going to be for sale, at least not this season. I don't know. I'm going to have a hard time parting with him. The other piece that I wanted to show you is a necklace. Most of you know that I am a collector of Deco and Victorian, Edwardian jewelry. And look at this piece. Now, I spent quite a bit of time last night repairing this one, so you are seeing the finished look of it. But anyway, I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and I saw this picture. I will put a picture of the actual ad on the screen for you. And when I saw this, I thought, first I noticed this and I went, oh, that's beautiful. But as I looked closer, I thought, you know what? It's too perfect. It's got to be a reproduction. And then I looked at the chain, and as a joke, I sent the picture over to Casey. You hear me talk about Casey. We talk a lot. Anyway, I sent a picture of it to her and I just went, good or no? Thinking in my head, you know, it's fabulous, obviously, but I wasn't quite sure from the picture what was going on. This looked authentic, and this was just too perfect to be old. And she looked at it and she's like, that chain looks old, but the pendant possibly could be a reproduction. So I decided it was worth going to look at it, and I messaged the gal and she didn't get back to me for a long time. So I'm thinking, oh great, it's probably gone. She was asking $20 for this piece. That's right, $20. And had it been a reproduction, I still probably would have bought it. But when I got there, I took one look at it and held it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the real deal. It was missing several of the marcasites. It was missing his eyeball, so it needed a little bit of repair, but not too bad. And the girl was telling me that it belonged to her grandmother, and she said, you know, it's just the last piece of that I just don't wear. And I'm flipping it over and seeing the sterling mark on it. I'm going, okay, and this is carnelian, and this is carnelian, and she's not going to wear it. I will gladly buy it from her for $20. And the funny thing is just the other day I was thinking to myself, you never find really cool pieces at a reasonable price anymore. And this just proved me wrong. You can look often, look everywhere. Now, I sent a picture of the clasp to Casey, and she looked it up, and apparently the patent number on the clasp is 1923. So even though this looks like a Art Nouveau piece, it is definitively more deco than Nouveau. I would call it a transitional piece because it has so many of the elements for Art Nouveau pieces, but with the dating, it is more likely probably mid-20s. I can't figure out what the actual manufacturer's mark is. It does have a mark on it. But anyway, it's enamel and sterling, and look at how intricate the chain is on this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. This one is staying in my collection. I don't know if I would actually wear a piece like this. I would almost be afraid of damaging it, but then I think it's just too beautiful not to be worn. I've seen necklaces with this chain, but never with something as beautiful as this on the bottom of it, and they are extremely pricey, so I feel very fortunate. Look often, look everywhere, and sometimes the treasures just find you. A lot of you like to watch repair videos, so I'm going to flip over to the video I took last night regarding the repair of this, and you'll see what I did to it. All right, we are going to repair this little piece of loveliness. Casey sent me some new marcasites and some eyeballs to try. I am thinking that a green eyeball on this little bird to kind of match this color green would be a really great thing to do. Let me play with some eyes. She sent me kind of like this little glass cab on here. Let me see if that will fit. Ooh, that looks great. I think that's probably going to be the eye that I want to put in there, but let's try the other ones just in case. Nope, I like the other one better. It goes better with the enamel. And then she also sent me a red one, but I think red is going to clash with the carnelian. Yeah, if that carnelian wasn't there, I would probably put the red one, but carnelian is more of like a orangey color, and reds and oranges, nah, not so fond of. Okay, so stick that stone back. And we are going to use the green cab. I've already cleaned the holes out on this. I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue in there. This piece is just so amazing. And then we're going to stick this little tiny cabochon in. I don't know if I can zoom in for you or not. This is such delicate work. Okay, now it's missing a bunch of marcasites, and she sent me a bunch of marcasites that I am hoping will fit because they were really, really small size. Yep, those are perfect, Casey. Thank you so much. Because these are so small, I want to use a magnifying glass. Oh, that one's kind of big. That one's not going to fit. Why is that one so big? I need little ones. Oh, this is coming out great. was missing quite a few. I can just pick out the tiny ones. Okay, there's one up by his mouth. It's backwards. I'll clean these up with some acetone later. When you buy stones, they come in ranges of size, so you need to find the right one that's going to fit. Perfect. And looks like we have two more. Okay, I think that's looking really well. I am just going to hit it with a little bit of acetone and see if we need to clean anything off glue-wise. And hopefully nothing else will decide it needs to pop off. It's looking pretty good though, because I can't really tell the ones that I have replaced, so that's always a good sign. But I'm going to gently hit it with some acetone, and if there's any glue that has missed its mark, it will kind of cloud up a little bit and I'll be able to peel it off. So I don't know if you were able to focusing well enough. Now it is great. Oh yeah, I can see a little bit of glue residue on this one, so I'm just gonna pick at a little bit. Because these are marcasites, I'm being extra careful because marcasites have a metallic sheen to them that you don't want to damage. All I want to do is get the little bit of glue off of it. So I don't know, is this working with the magnifying glass? I think this is looking pretty good. I can't even really see the ones that I replaced. Okay, I should probably stop messing with this because this piece is about 100 years old, or almost 100 years old. It's probably mid-1920s deco with a nod to Nouveau. So I would call this definitely a transition piece. Let's take a look at how beautiful that is. Sparkly. So what do you think? Do you have patience for doing repairs like that? That one took a while and I spent way too much time. Well, I don't know, when you do something you love, I guess it's not too much time, but I did stay up way too late or early, depending on how you look at it, last night, working on that piece and cleaning the office and different things. So I'm really tired today. But anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think about repairs? Do you like doing repairs? Do you like watching other people do repairs? And let me know what you think about Santa and this wonderful deco piece that I found. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we will see you in the next one. Keep it real. That was dumb.